Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. You know, the one day of the year that you actually show somebody some love. You can go all the rest of the year and never show, but just this one day, you need to make them feel special. That's what it feels like. It's like, so you don't acknowledge them throughout the year? But anyway, for those of you that make it special, I hope it's a good one. This is one of the first times that I haven't seen a lot of mainstream articles attacking Valentine's Day. Just like with Christmas, didn't see a lot of that last year. Seems like people left it alone. But this year, Valentine's Day is here, and not a lot of attacks on Valentine's Day. So it does kind of feel like we're walking back to normalcy. But I thought this would be a fun video to do for the holiday. From the New York Post, confirming what many of us already kind of knew, liberal women are far more likely to feel lonely often, poll shows. And this guy breaks it down. He's a sociologist, so it's a soft science, but take it for what it is. We're just going to go over it. I don't think anything is absolute, but stereotypes exist for a reason. And as much as you want to brush them off, there usually is that kernel of truth there. And, I mean, you see it online. A lot of these, especially woke white women, they all have the septum rings and weird bang haircuts, half of their head shaved or something. They all seem like they're kind of miserable. And that's been the common theme for years now. These women feel like they're always telling you how happy they are with their wine and their cats and their girlfriends. But it looks like they actually feel kind of lonely. Yet you're never going to be able to substitute a man for your girlfriends because, I mean, women, let's be real, kind of hate each other. At least they're always stabbing each other in the back. That's what I've noticed for a long time. Always judging each other, always hating on each other. Say what you want, but I'm just telling you what I've seen through my own experiences, which, you know, are limited to what I've experienced in life, but I ain't the only one saying this shit. So let's take a look at this, because I think there's some interesting stuff in here. Liberal women are the least likely to report being fully satisfied with their lives and are far more likely to report feeling lonely, often according to an analysis from a recently published poll. The 2024 American Family Survey reportedly found that 37% of conservative women and 28% of moderate women, that's important, just moderate, between the ages of 18 and 40, reported being completely satisfied with their lives. But just 12% of liberal women in the same age group said the same. That's crazy. So even moderate, it's not just conservative women, let's be real. There's a large portion of moderate women. But it seems that the women that drank that Kool-Aid, they are not happy. You've got some in there, 12%, sure. But that's not a large that's not a large number of women. So this is wild to me. I mean, it's not shocking, but I'm not surprised, because what happens with a lot of these women? You know, they embrace a lot of these feminist values, a lot of this social justice shit. And I've always said that it seems like, especially if you're white, it's almost like, to really embrace those values, you have to hate yourself. That's the running theme of a lot of, like, not classical liberals. I'm talking about the modern liberal. It seems like, especially if you're like a white dude, you know, you're supposed to hate yourself because of white privilege. You're supposed to go out of your way to kind of remove yourself from things and to prop up, whoever, whatever from certain groups over yourself, and you're supposed to kind of live a miserable life where you whip yourself for the sins of your past and your ancestors. And it's just like, I just don't want anything to do. It sounds like a miserable existence. I'm good. But a lot of these women, they take it serious, and then they grow with nobody. They don't have any families. Like, there's going to be a big problem, I think, in the future, not just with women, just people that don't have families. Like, who's going to take care of them when they get old? I think we're going to have kind of a crisis, but we'll see what happens. Maybe there's still time. There's still time for them to have some families, so we'll see. Liberal women were also nearly 3 times more than likely than conservative women to say they experienced loneliness at least a few times a week. Brad Wilcox, a sociology professor at the University of Virginia and fellow at the Institute of Family Studies who analyzed the survey's data, said he believes that there are a couple of reasons why conservative young women are more likely to be happier than their liberal counterparts. We've seen it in the research that conservative women tend to be more likely to embrace a sense of agency and to have the sense that they are not, in a way, the victim of larger structural realities or forces. So they don't think the man is keeping them down. They're not held down by men and misogyny and structural sexism. It's nonsense because they have a purpose. They either have God or they have a family. It seems like a lot of women, and this is true, like a lot of women kind of start off liberal, and then as they grow and they have a family, they become more conservative because now it's about their family, not the world. They don't want to mother the world anymore. They want to mother their family. And that is a reason. This conservatives in general, a lot of them embrace religion. People are a lot happier with a God in their life. Whether you're atheist or not, I mean, there's a lot to back it up because it gives you a sense of belonging and purpose. That's a big positive to being a member of a church or something like that. You become a member of a community and you get friends and families that, you know, you grow, like not grow with, but do things with and become a part of. It gives you a purpose. That's really the biggest problem with a lot of people today is they have no purpose. There's no purpose. You used to have a purpose. If you're a man, your purpose is to take care of your family. It's the same for a woman. They have that too. Like everybody has roles. These are the good things about people having roles, like gender roles and stuff like that, is you fit into something where everybody else out there, like with these 59 genders and shit, they don't even know what they are. You think they're happy? It's it's all in the details, man. So Wilcox also broke down the poll by the relationship status of women surveyed. According to his analysis, 40% of liberal women reported being single, while 31% said they were married. For conservative women, 33% reported being single, and 51% were married. The remaining women on both sides of the political aisle reported being in a committed relationship or cohabitating with a partner. A lot of single liberal women out there. Remember seeing those articles where they're like, the rise of the dangerous men who won't date liberal women? That's real. That existed. Here it is. So this is from 2020. This is an old article, one of many, by the way. This is a whole thing going on. But men were checking out, and this is still a thing going on, these men that check out. But the dangerous rise of men who won't date woke women. The real article from Refinery. And there was all kinds of shit like this coming out. It's kind of slowed down now, but just all these articles telling men that they're bad and they need to pick this type of woman and all that shit. But yeah, a lot of single liberal women out there. Not surprised by that. And this is why I laugh when you see, like, there's that comedy or comic, forget her name, it's this older woman. I think she had something to do with, like, the Daily Show or something. And she would have all these shorts out trying to say, oh, I don't have any kids, so I can go and lay in bed and hang out with my sex toys forever. This is her, Chelsea Handler. 49 years old, constantly telling us how happy she is to be single and childless. And she'll say, oh, you're coping if you don't believe me. And it's like, well, yeah, I don't believe you. It sounds like a cope. You're trying to justify your actions. I don't care if you don't want to have a family. But don't tell me that you're happy. You're basically married to your boss in the government, which is why they're always pushing all those social programs and stuff. A lot of these single liberal women. Anyway, the remaining women on both sides of the political aisle reported being in a committed relationship. Wilcox told Fox News Digital that marriage and family are an enormous source of meaning and purpose for most people, so it's not surprising that conservative women who are more likely to be married would also be more satisfied with their lives in general. Conservative women are also more likely to embrace the gender differences between men and women and prioritize family and attending religious services, he said, which also contributes to happiness, which is true. Being a part of a church it's good for you. I mean, and I'm not saying, I'm sure there's people out there that are atheists that watch this channel. I'm not trying to shame anybody. I'm just telling you that there are benefits to it. A lot of people go to those things probably aren't even really that religious. They just like being a part of the community. I guarantee you there's a lot of cases like that for people that go to stuff. I mean, there's even, when you sing those songs, like there's psychological benefits to doing a harmony with people. It's all stuff that I learned a long time ago, but I find humans interesting. I think people are interesting to, watch and study. Anyway, happy Valentine's Day. I don't think this is shocking to anybody, but it's always fun to see it confirmed by the science, something that liberal women hold up to a high standard. For many of them, it is their religion. I mean, you always hear them talking about the science, the science, the science. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.